Hi dancers, my name is Bianca Bulle and I am a principal ballerina with the Los Angeles Ballet. I am super excited to share with you my vlog series and take you through lots of tips and tricks that I've learned throughout my career this far, because let's face it, ballet is hard enough as it is. I'll be taking you through the behind the scenes of my life as a professional ballerina. I'll share with you different health tips and workouts that I like, hair and makeup tutorials, and even injury prevention and how I deal with injuries and what that rehab process is like. So I want to share with you a little bit about myself and how I got started in ballet. I was 6 years old when I first started my first ballet class, and it was because of my older brother and sister. They are 7 and 8 years older than me, so I had a big gap to look up to them. I would watch their classes when I was really little and absolutely fell in love with just dancing in general. My mom, as a single mom, told me that she would not let me start ballet until I was 6 years old because she had so many places to be at the one time with all three of us. So it wasn't until 6 when I constantly told her that I still wanted to do ballet. So she finally allowed me to start. My first ever ballet class, I had to go in my school uniform with no ballet shoes, no ballet tights or leotards, so I was very embarrassed. But even despite that, I still loved it and continued ever since and have never stopped. I originally was dancing every style, including tap, jazz, song and dance, contemporary, and we did like performing arts shows where we would do like singing and everything combined. But eventually I decided that I wanted to just concentrate on ballet. That was probably around like 10 years old that I made that decision and was much heavier on my ballet focus. In becoming more concentrated on my ballet, I decided that I needed to change schools. So I moved to a much more ballet concentrated school, which was the Ransley Ballet Studio. While I was there, I trained in the RAD syllabus and I finished all of my exams with that school. Partial way through the year, we would also work on Vaganova. So I had two different extremes of technique with that school. Then I was shown a flyer from my ballet teacher there, Miss Joy, and that was a flyer from the School of American Ballet Summer Program, which I had never heard of. I didn't know of New York City Ballet, I didn't know of School of American Ballet. I was very much in the Australian bubble. I absolutely loved the photos that I saw of the girls from the flyer. At first sight, I just knew that I wanted to attend that summer program. So I made a video, an audition video, and sent that to New York as my audition for the summer program, which is the only way that you can get into the school. So I sent that off, and soon after I got a response from the school saying that I was accepted. So little did I know, only a few weeks later I was off to New York with my mom, and I participated in the 5-week summer program there. In that time I was living in Greenwich Village and then would commute all the way up to Lincoln Center to dance throughout the day and then back to Greenwich Village. So it was a super nice summer. The second week of that program I was pulled into the office and asked to stay for the year round, which was super exciting, and I honestly had no idea that that was coming, and of course I took it. So that winter I was joining the School of American Ballet. That transition for me was huge. I was moving from Australia all by myself. I was 16 and I knew nobody in the school. Balanchine is a whole new technique which I had never been exposed to, having only trained in RAD and Vaganova, which are two completely different styles from Balanchine. So for the first at least 2 months I really didn't have any friends and I was learning a whole new style of ballet which I felt horrible at. I felt like I couldn't get it. My teachers would always scream at me saying that's not right, but really encouraging me at the same time. So it was mixed emotions with me not doing well but me still trying. It was a very kind of tormenting few months, but after that period things started to kind of like fall into place and I started to begin to understand how to do the technique properly, and honestly think that that's part of the reason why I stayed in ballet this long. It's because I had a new change and kind of like an enlightenment with dance itself and with ballet. So I I continued 2 years in the School of American Ballet. Then I had to do auditions for companies, which we're super fortunate being at the School of American Ballet studios there. All of the companies within America at least come to the studio. So I would be able to leave my dorm, which was in the same building on the 16th floor, and come down to the studios and take my audition and then go back up to my dorm room. So super easy compared to people that have to travel from abroad to come either to New York or to a cattle call audition within their city. After that process, I was given a company contract or core contract with Los Angeles Ballet. So I moved to LA in that next summer, which was 2012. And I started my contract with Los Angeles Ballet. I was super fortunate to be able to dance really good roles pretty much off the bat. The company was amazing in challenging me and giving me these opportunities to kind of have the spotlight throughout my really young career as a dancer. So after dancing a few featured roles with Los Angeles Ballet, which was a test for me to prove myself with, I was then promoted to soloist. And while being a soloist with the company, I got to dance one of my favorite roles of all time, which was Rubies by Balanchine, which is super cute. It was the pas de deux that I was dancing, and you have this little red leotard with a tiny little skirt, and the skirt has these big red jewels on it, so every time you twist, it's really jazzy. You hear the clinks of the jewels, and so it gives you a little extra jazziness as you're dancing. So it was a really fun role, and I absolutely loved dancing that and would love to dance it again today. A few years after dancing as a soloist with the company, I was then promoted to principal, the most challenging role of all, which was Odile and Odette in Swan Lake. It took all of me to prepare for that role and months to prepare for that role. My lifestyle kind of changed. I really was focused to be able to make sure I had the proper stamina because the ballet is so long and you're just dancing the entire time. I was eating really healthily. I was working out, not intensively, but making sure I was balanced in my workout compared to how much I was dancing. Just having to be able to be two characters and embody two different characters on stage in the same night is a big challenge. So you have to really be able to understand the story that you're portraying and be that character and really give your whole self to that. So that was a huge challenge, but super, super rewarding and an amazing memory that I will always keep with me. So I've been dancing as a principal for 2 years now with LA Ballet, and I'm excited to share with you today that I am moving to Miami to join the Miami City Ballet, which I am super excited about and also really nervous. It's going to be a whole new environment for me. I'm going to have to make new friends and fit into the company again compared to being at LA Ballet, where it really feels like home already, having been here for 8 years. So I hope you will continue to join me on my vlog series, and I'll share with you how I feel going through that whole process and what it's like and the difficulties and the amazing things that I find along that journey. So if you have any video suggestions or questions you want me to answer, just comment below. I'd love to hear from you and be someone that you can look up to while you're on your ballet journey. So subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Bye.